Or welcome back to Edgenuity, Algebra 2B. This time we're going to be talking about the graphing logarithmic functions. Okay, let's get started. So before I go over any questions, I want to go over the graph of the log functions. So log functions, you gotta have to pass through the point 1 comma 0 because you can rewrite the f of x as y equals to log base number, anything, okay, x. So the log base number b, if you want to isolate the x, what you gotta do is that you're gonna put base b on both sides. Okay, that allows you to cancel out with the log base b. Okay, so in this case, you're gonna get b to the y power equals to x. Okay, that's just how you rewrite into the exponential form. So this is the log form, and this is the exponential form. Okay, so think about this. What happens if I insert a 0 into the y value? So b to the any value to the 0th power is always going to equal to 1. Okay, so that's why the log function graphs has to pass through the point 1 comma 0. Okay, and then that's pretty much it. So let's get started with some quiz questions. Okay, so which one is the log function? So you're gonna see 4 different graphs. You're gonna pick the one that looks like this, okay? Starting from the negative part of the y, and then just gonna increase as you go approaching x positive, okay, or x approaching infinity, you're gonna be increasing. So it's gonna be an increased curve. All right, next one. Which one is the function? All right, for this graph. So you know that this is passing through 1, 0. What you're gonna want to do is look for the second point that they give you. It's 6 comma 1. Okay, so you need to know that it's good to know that this x value is basically gonna be your base b number. Okay, so you're gonna pick the one with the 6. So let's go over the next one. Okay, which table represents the graph? So we know that the logarithm, the graph looks like this, passing through the point 1 comma 0. Okay, so look for the 1 comma 0. That will be your answer. All right, so here we come. Here's a brand new concept. So y equals to 6 to the x power. They're asking you about the inverse of this. So what is the inverse? Inverse is basically what you're gonna do is that you're gonna switch the position of these two variables. Okay, so now x is equal to 6 to the y power. Okay, so in order to isolate the y, you see that all the y's are isolated. So in order to isolate the y, you're about to identify what the base number is. In this case, it's 6, right? So you want to use log base 6 on both sides. Okay, this log base 6 is able to cancel out with the base 6, so they're going to be canceled. So you're going to have log base 6 of x equals to y. Okay, so that's why this one is your answer. The next question is very similar to the previous one, right? We got y equals to 3 to the x power. And then what you're going to do is that, told you guys earlier, right? You're going to have to switch position because they're asking you about the inverse. So you got x equals to, now I'm going to give a little space between 3 and the equal sign. So 3 to the y power, okay? Now I'm going to identify what the base number is. And I'm going to put log of that base number, base 3, on both sides. Okay, that's going to allow you to cancel the log base 3 and the base 3. So what's going to happen is that you just have log base 3 of x equals to y. Okay, so that's your answer right there. Let's keep going. All right, so which statement is true? So we're talking about the transformation here. So look at this. Plus 4 compared to your parent function, it's 4 unit up. Okay? You know what? Let me go back to this. Okay, so let's talk about how come these are wrong. Okay, so x minus 4 inside parentheses, we want to set it equal to 0. So x minus 4 equal to 0, x equals to 4. So if this is going to become, we want to change that to become a correct statement, it should be translating 4 units right. Okay, and this one, it should be 4 units down. And for this one, it needs to set equal to 0. So x plus 4 equals to 0, x equals to negative 4. If this is saying left, then it will be correct. But correct one is this one. All right, so let's go over the next one. So how come this one is not right? Okay, so what happened here is that if you use the points they gave you, so it's 1, negative 5, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your first point. 2 is at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a third point. 4, 4. And then one more point. It's at 5, 3. So it's going to be right here. And then the last one is going to be 1, 2, 7, 7, negative 5. So it's going to be back to here. So if you connect these points, you see that it's going to be like kind of like a parabola. Okay, so it obviously is not a log function graph. Okay, why is that? You see that there are two intersects, x-intercepts. Okay, so your answer is going to be, it shows two x-intercepts, and you change from increasing to decreasing. Okay, logarithm shouldn't be like this. Logarithm should be like slowly increase like this. Okay, and one x-intercept only. Which statement is true? Okay, so here is a property I need to talk to you guys about. So log y equals to log base b of x. B can be any value, any number greater than 1. Oh, sorry, I should say greater than 0, but b cannot equal to 1. Okay, so this is going to be the one that's true because it says that this is not a log function because the base equals to 1. This is a true statement right there. All right, so which of the following is the log function? Pick the one that says log in it. Easy. Look at the last question. Which property R present the table corrected with the y equals to log base b of x when b is greater than 1. Okay, so what's happening here is that the first one is correct, okay, because you know that this graph can be increasing the whole time, or if you have a negative in the front, it could be a decreasing the whole time. Okay, so it's either always going to be increasing or always going to be decreasing. Okay, so the first statement is true. All right, so let's look at the third one. The y value will decrease rapidly as the x value approaching to 0. So let's draw that graph right one more time. Okay, so this is where the x equals to 0, and you see that the y is decreasing. If you read from right to left, this is decreasing rapidly. Okay, so this is true, the third one. And the last one, there's only going to be one x value table with y value of 0. Okay, so whenever the y equals to 0, well, I told you guys when y equals to 0, x equals to 1. Okay, sometimes it could be a different value for x if I'm doing the transformation. But whenever y equals to 0, there is only going to be one x value. Okay, always. So 1, 3, and 4 options are correct, or statements are correct. All right, so that's it with the quiz for the logarithm. Let's try to get 100% on the quiz. Take care.